Do you always experience voice loss immediately after singing? It could be on stage, it could be a recording, it could be a rehearsal. Immediately after the singing session, you just discover that you have successfully cracked your voice. Now, if this is you, this video was specially made for you. Recently, I met a lovely singer who experiences this same thing. Now, from interacting with her and singing with her, I discovered that her problem is as a result of one thing, and that's poor breath management. And that's what's coming up. Hey, I'm Akurios, and you're welcome to the first edition of Vocal Wonder in this year 2021. Yes, we're back with singing tips and voice training resource for you in this brand new year 2021. Now, like I said in the intro, we're talking about addressing one of the causes of rampant loss of voice immediately after a singing session, which is poor breath management. So that's what we're tackling in this first edition of Vocal Wonder for 2021. So if you're a singer out there and if you're interested in developing your voice, becoming a better singer or a better recording vocalist, or you want to do something special with your voice outside the norm, so go ahead and subscribe to the channel and tap the notification bell so that you're notified every single time there's new content on the channel. I'll be sharing breathing tips with you on this video and showing you exactly how we ought to breathe when we sing. And I'll also be showing you some exercises that will help you breathe better and manage your breath better while singing. One of the things my singer friend said to me was that she used to try to avoid the sound of breathing while singing. If this is you, what that means is that you kind of find the sound of inhaling or taking in breath while singing a little bit irritating. So if you find yourself in that school of thought where you think it's quite distracting listening to music or listening to someone sing and then they go in between phrases, if that's a problem for you, then you have a problem with actually making sound in the first place. Because where there's no breath, there's no voice. If there's one thing you're going to take away from this video, let it be that where there's no breath, there's no voice. There's absolutely nothing to be shy about. There's absolutely nothing about breathing that should irritate you or try to make you avoid it, because breathing is the most important aspect of singing. So don't try to muffle your breathing. Don't try to make your inhalation sound too quiet, because as you try to make it sound quiet, it disappears. You end up not taking in sufficient air, and you need sufficient air to sing those phrases well. And that's one of the causes of the loss of voice after singing. That's one of the causes of the cracked voice, because you're trying to force the vocal cords to vibrate by themselves and you're straining because there's no air to allow the vocal cords to vibrate. This means that without breath, you cannot speak, neither can you sing. How much more singing, right? So it's very important that you take in breath before you attempt to produce a note. This is because phonation is as a result of vibration of the vocal cords. So the vocal cords vibrate to produce a sound, which is amplified by the resonators, the nasal cavities, the chest cavities, the sinuses, and all. So what does this mean? Let's break this down a little. It's like this. Naturally, for sound to occur, there has to be vibration. Every sound is as a result of vibration. Things have to vibrate for them to create sound. So the vocal cords vibrate to produce sound. So for this vibration to happen, there has to be wind released as a result of your exhalation from your lungs through your windpipe to your vocal cords. The wind impacts on the vocal cords to vibrate. That is how the vibration happens. This vibration produces a sound which is amplified by the resonators. It travels across the cavities in your head and upper body to become louder. Where there is no breath, there cannot be a vibration. That's why breathing is important. So how do we breathe? It's quite simple. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, if you watch me closely, you will see that I'm not pumping my chest, neither am I raising my shoulders. So don't go, or that's not how we breathe when we sing. The air that we breathe in goes into the lungs and the lungs expand. There are a couple of things that happen when you inhale. Now, number one, the rib cage goes upwards and outwards. Number two, the abdominal region expands. Number three, there is a relaxation of the muscles in the abdominal area. And number four, the diaphragm goes downwards. So the exact opposite of those four things happen when you exhale. Number one, the rib cage goes downwards and inwards. Number two, the abdominal region shrinks a little bit. And number three, the muscles of the abdominal region and the intercostal muscles around your ribs, you begin to feel that contraction as you exhale the more. And then number four, the diaphragm is rising gradually as you exhale. So let's try inhaling and exhaling again. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now that we've established that where there's no breath, there's no voice, and we've also learned how to breathe properly, now we need to do some exercises that will improve your breathing. The first exercise we're going to do is the panting exercise, and that's all it is. We're going to pant. Just pretend you had a long run and then you're out of breath. Okay, so it just goes like this. We're inhaling and exhaling rapidly, like this. Now, all you do is remember everything that happens when you inhale and all the things that happen when you exhale are happening rapidly at the very same time. Focus on these things, put your mind on them as you pant. Just inhale and exhale rapidly. Now, if you can't do that, or if you're struggling with that, you can also blow the air when you exhale. Now, pay attention. I'm not pumping my upper chest or raising my shoulders. Everything is happening in my abdominal and rib cage region. The second exercise is the hissing exercise. Now, this exercise is for stamina as well as it is for breath. Okay? Now, what you need to do is inhale and then exhale with a hiss like this. Let the hiss be steady and let it be consistent. What you need to observe again is everything that happens when you exhale and try to control the exhalation. That is what is happening. When you inhale, it's natural for the breath to just want to come out all at the same time. But what we mean by breath management or breath control is that we're trying to control how this breath is being released. And that's exactly what happens when we sing. We control the release of the breath. And as we do this as often as possible, we begin to get more comfortable with the breath that we have inhaled. So you can start with trying to hold that hiss for 10 seconds at least. Now try from 10 seconds and then 15 seconds and then 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. You get the drift. Now these are simple exercises that you can do on your own. You don't need a voice coach to be with you, but please follow carefully every single instruction I've given, and that will help you. So even if you don't have a voice coach around you, you have to follow exactly what I've told you on this video accurately so you can get exactly what we're trying to achieve. Down below in the description section of this video, you will find a link that will take you to my website, www.akurios.com/giveaways. There you will find single tone pattern exercises, a couple of them, about 2, 3, or 4 of them that I've put together for you. Now, all you need to do is follow the link and download the MP3 format of these exercises. If this video has been helpful to you as a singer or musician, go ahead and tap that like button and share as wide as you wish. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Tap that notification bell also so that you're notified whenever there's content from me to you. All right, I'm Akurios, and I'll see you next time.